Welcome to Inside the Computer. I'm your host Brian, and I would like to welcome you to the first episode. Now before we actually get involved with the insides of a computer, we need to know the history of it. Today's lesson we're going to learn about the mouse. Yes, the mouse, because nowadays, if you don't have a mouse or a trackpad, how are you ever going to use the computer? But there was a time when all you needed or could use was a keyboard to type command lines into the computer. The reason for this was because that back then, they didn't have what's called a GUI, where you see the desktops and you have icons, you can click on something, or right click on it and it opens, or starts a program. All they had was a screen with a terminal. A terminal is mostly a little box that keeps blinking, that you use a keyboard to type command lines into, like, for instance, what's a good command? Shut down. That would turn off the computer. That's all you could do. There was no, click, right click, left click, I'm going to open the internet. No, there was none of that. It was just type, 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 type. In 1984, Apple released the first mouse with their computer, the Apple Lisa, which was also one of the first computers to have a GUI on it. Again, GUI stands for Graphical User Interface, which is the desktop. The thing that was different about this mouse was that it only had one button on it. A button right at the top, and the whole mouse is in the shape of a rectangle. It's not usually like the shape we have now. Now, if you're a Windows user like myself, you usually see that there's two buttons on a mouse, the left click and the right click. Well, Apple didn't like that. They thought it would be more user-friendly to have one button, and for the next 20 years, Apple would sell a mouse with one button only. But the buttons don't usually matter because on certain mouses there are more than others. Like for instance on my Death Adder mouse, which is a gaming mouse, there is 4 buttons. There's a left click, right click, there's the scroll wheel, but there's also 2 buttons right on the side. Now as for things that have changed over the past years, well, throughout the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s, the mouse had what was called a scroll wheel on the bottom. The scroll wheel looks like this. In case you can't see, it's a mouse. Let me get a little closer. It is a mouse with a little scroll wheel right here. And when I take this apart, which I'll show you, there will be just a little wheel inside, a little rubber ball. The ball wheel is this. This is what is inside there. This is what controls where you go on the mouse. This little thing. What this does is this inside here, there are 3 little wheel turning. And what happens is every time you move this, it would move those, so that way you have little projections. But here's the problem. You cannot use this on anything but a desktop mouse pad. The problem with that is that, well, it's just not that friendly. And also, it would still be a little screwed up because you could just have to keep lifting it up to bring it back, lifting it up to bring it back. It would just suck. This is a laser mouse. This is a Logitech laser mouse. And if you look very close, I have to get very close. There, right there is the LED. This is the power light, but this is the LED right here. It's not on because it doesn't see a flat surface anywhere near it. It doesn't see like a desk or something that I can go like this on, and it just doesn't see it. So what does it do? No light. The light only emits if there is a surface. Then came along the laser mouse. The laser mouse is like an optical mouse, but it has, instead of an LED light on the bottom, it has an infrared light that emits that just is a little tiny dot that we can't see. And it allows me to use this on any plane surface. I can sit here and use it on my pant leg. Which is kind of nice because if you ever have a laptop or something that you want to use it on but you don't have a desk, you can just use your pants. And it works perfectly. Some people say this is so spot on that you could be singing the national anthem while bungee jumping and still use this thing. I don't know who those people are, but I would not suggest doing that. As a matter of fact, I do not condone any bungee jumping with the mouse at any time. Now if you notice, something that isn't staying with these mouses that has not changed is the 2-click button. This has 2 clicks right here. Click, 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 left, right, left, right. Well, soon another brand would come along and change that. That would be, once again, Apple. In 2009, Apple released the Magic Mouse. The Magic Mouse is a mouse that has no buttons. Not 1, not 2, but 0. 0 buttons. The reason for this is because it's touch censored. It's kind of like my iPhone. You see here my iPhone, my brand new iPhone? Yes, it's the same thing as this. Look, I turn it on, swipe 1, unlocks it. Touch anything I want. That's all you have to do. That is what you do with the Magic Mouse. Basically, let's say this is the Magic Mouse. 2 swipes like this means go back. 2 swipes like this goes forward. One finger right here means left click. 2 fingers up here means right click. This means scroll. This means scroll up. That's all it is. No buttons whatsoever. So in conclusion, over the past 20 to 30 years, we have gone from a rectangle mouse with 1 button all the way up to a mouse with billions of buttons, like 5, 6, 10, 12, all the way to a mouse with no buttons. I like the mouse with no buttons because it seems a lot easier, more user-friendly to use, which is all about Apple. But most people now who have Windows use the 2-click button, which is okay. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little lesson. Don't forget to leave some comments or questions below. And also don't forget to subscribe to see more of these videos. Thank you for joining me. I'm Brian and this is Inside of the Computer. And I will see you soon.